Maybe one day we can break the distance.
Good morning, y'all. It's Regan with Regan coming to you from my kitchen. We have a very fun day planned, but I will tell you all about that in a little bit. This week's episode, though, is not focused on our outing. It's focused on, first of all, what I think it means to be a Southern woman, and lastly, how quarantine has affected me going into day, whatever this is. And excuse me for the background noise. My dad is actually mowing our front lawn right now, so bless him for that, because it's a mess out there. So if you're ready for a fun episode, then let's get started. So for years, one of my favorite actresses has and will always be Reese Witherspoon. I love her so much because she has a zest for life, if you will, and she always just seems like she would be the perfect person to hang out with, and she seems like she would be a great friend to have. Like, in real life, she would be a good friend to have. I also love her for the fact that she can host parties like nobody else. In her book, Whisky in a Teacup, I will link that or tag it down below. She talks about how in one of her stories, one of their friends came for brunch, and without her knowing, they ended up staying all day and into the night. First off, I'm all for hostessing parties, but if you overstay your welcome, you're going to be kicked out of my house. But I admire her for her grace throughout that situation. I could not have handled that very well. So that's one of the many reasons why I love her so much. And she's also very funny. I've seen her in several different movies. Legally Blonde, to name one of them, because I can't name all of them off the top of my head. And also, the second thing I want to talk about being what it means to be a Southern woman is that you always use your manners. You say, yes ma'am, yes sir, no ma'am, no sir, please and thank you, all of the basics. If you're a true Southern person, then your parents would have taught you the basics pretty much from the day you started speaking English. My parents have taught us that from day one, to always use our manners and say please and thank you and things of that nature. Now, one of my favorite sayings to use as a form of not really throwing somebody under the bus, but kind of just brushing them off nicely, is to say the phrase, bless your heart, which means, in Southern slang, it basically means just go butt a stump, or whatever you intend it to be. I love that saying because it means a lot without saying mean words. To be a Southern woman also means that you, excuse my dogs, they are just going crazy right now. Anyway, to be a Southern woman also means that you put forth your best effort in whatever the situation might be. It could be putting forth your effort into something you're not comfortable in. For me, it's doing stairs or uneven grass. And also, for some reason, right now, I'm very uncomfortable in different sets of clothing. But I've actually been doing some clean eating this week, and I can already tell the difference. I know it's crazy after a week. You can already tell the difference in my face and how my body is shaping. Thank you to Beachbody again for teaching me how to eat right, and all of that side note is said. The fourth reason it's very important to be a Southern woman is that Southern women, we really know our way around a kitchen. We know how to cook, but and for those of y'all asking what kind of coffee I was drinking this morning, it was chocolate glazed donut flavored with the salted caramel mocha Jordan's Skinny Syrup. I love Skinny Syrup because it gives me all the flavor without all the chemicals, if that makes sense. Sorry about that, y'all. My mom came in from taking trash, and I have my coffee ready to go, so let's get started again. But if you're like me and can't do anything but microwave your food, or get like luncheon meat and stuff, or have it prepped and ready to go, then you're very good at eating the foods that other people prepare. In the South, food is all made with butter and a lot of love. So, needless to say, food down here is very, very good. I, for one, have several favorite recipes that my mom has gotten from Southern Living and her own chocolate chip recipe as well. Now, moving on to quarantine and how it has affected my mental and emotional state as far as whatever day this is. First off, it's taken everything from everyone. Just the other day, I got a text message from one of my friends who will be team leading on the women's axe retreat, and she asked me if I would be interested in going because they're about to start getting ready for prepping for that. And so she asked me firsthand if I would be interested in going. And of course, I jumped at the chance and said yes. I have wanted to go back to Axe Retreat since I got back. I've been very sad and down in the dumps since the Young Adult Axe Retreat has been canceled. So when I got the chance to potentially fill out the application for the women's retreat, I jumped at the chance to do so. So that's one thing that coronavirus has canceled on us, is the young adult actual trait, but as we all know, when God closes a door, He opens up thousands of more opportunities. And women's actual trait is one of them. The second thing that I really miss about being in quarantine is I miss my job. For those of y'all that are new here, I am a teacher's aide part-time at Peter's Place, which is a a day program for adults with physical and mental handicaps. And we service autism, Down syndrome, epilepsy, cerebral palsy, which is what I have. But my cerebral palsy, it allows me to be an assistant to the clients rather than actually. Let me put this in a way. It allows me to assist the clients as well as be included on their field trips, if that makes sense. I love my job. I love the clients that we work with. I miss them so much, and I can't wait to go back whenever this is over. However, I am also sad because I was supposed to have a coffee date with my friend Emily, who we had gotten really strong over the actual free weekend. And unfortunately, due to plans changing and things like that, we weren't able to make that happen yesterday. But that doesn't mean that it won't happen in the future. So, with that said, I hope y'all enjoyed this week's episode. I tried my best to figure out lighting for you guys, but this is all I could come up with. Anyway, with that said, I hope y'all enjoyed this week's episode, and always remember that the greatest compliment that y'all can give me is a referral. That means that if you see someone that needs happiness or positivity in their day, then please feel free to send them my link, and I will be happy to help them in any way, shape, or form. Thank you so much for watching, and have a blessed day. Bye, everyone.